We had an epic three-setter to get things going in St. Peter for the Barbados Road Tennis Open. Michael Jean in the white shirt and Anderson Harris provided some entertainment. The mix of attack and defense at both ends of the court paved the way for the remainder of the schedule. Harris, with a barrage of slices, took the first game at 21-11. Down 3-love, Jean had to summon all his powers of concentration to change the tide, repelling the big shots from Harris, who was guilty of some unforced errors at times. Eventually, Jean would take the lead and never look back, leveling the contest at 2 games apiece, securing the second 21-8. In the third, it went down to the wire with the game locked at 20-all. Who wants it the most? Harris on the front foot and forcing the issue. Jean resilient until the unforced error. Eventually, Harris would take the contest in 3 games. 21-11, 8-21, 22-20. Jean not a happy camper, but somebody has to win. Next up, Seth Best in the far court put on a disciplined performance against Ramel Ford. Ford looking to enjoy himself even in the face of defeat. Best taking the first game 21-9 and the second 21-10. Shamon Weeks in all black was also among the winners. Ashton Blackett a worthy adversary, but Weeks was moving the ball nicely and looked fit for the assignment, taking the first game 21-16. In the second we go, and Weeks showing his aggressive intent, advance into the court without fear, leaving Blackett to ponder his next move. Blackett did have his shining moments, but it was difficult for him to string the points together and produce the complete game. Weeks eventually winning the second and the match at 21-16. Well, it was a family affair between Dad Abby Clark, closest to the screen, and son Suave. Abby opted not to inflict the father's correction, and Suave would have the bragging rights. After this one, 21-15, 21-18. Another of the Clark clan was in action next up. Azari versus Julian Cullimore in the yellow shirt. The rallies told the tale of how intense the rivalry was, but the highlight of the first game was the backarm slice from Azari. Carnage, the crowd calling for more. Cullimore earned his stripes too. He pinned Clark to the right side of the court before unleashing a straight drive of class. Azari did go on to take the first game 21-15, but Cullimore rebounded in the second 21-18 to level proceedings at 1 apiece. In the decider, both players up the tempo with the finish line in sight. Cullimore stretched to the max and Azari going for the jugular. Cullimore received some help too, unforced errors from Clark, making it too close to call at this stage. So who would have the poise and focus? Cullimore up 20-16. Clark missing his target on match point. And Julian easing to victory. Pleased his punch, advancing from the round of 64 in a cliffhanger. 15-21, 21-18, 21-16.